Hey, this is Malika of Evanston Live TV, and we have with us an ETHS graduate, Sarah Parisien, and I'm so happy she's going into journalism. Where are you going to be starting school?
The University, where or when?
Where?
Where? The University of Missouri at Columbia. I'm very excited.
All right, all right, all right. And when, I guess, is a big question mark, huh?
Yes, it is. The school hasn't given us official notice of whether we'll be returning in the fall or not, but I'm hoping, given our circumstances, that something's going to be worked out for us.
Well, I'm so proud of you. I don't know if everyone knows, but she's been a reporter on Evanston Live TV, reporting on things happening in the community and at ETHS. And she's just a brilliant woman, beautiful young woman, just out there doing her thing. And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
So now you have signed up to volunteer to help out with the peaceful protest that is happening this Sunday. It's called Evanston For Black Lives, and it's organized by your peers, your age group, which I think is fantastic, absolutely fantastic, to see you all wanting to be heard. So, Sarah, let's start with, me, the woman, the age that I am. I know the fire and rage that I feel when I see stories of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna. I mean, the list goes on. It's endless. I've been saying it for years and years and years. With you being a young woman about to go out into the world, what are you feeling? What are the conversations between you and your friends when the George Floyd story broke?
I think when the news first broke, it was less conversations with my friends and more with my family. I think yesterday, I'll tell you sort of what happened. We were sort of discussing the George Floyd and what happened. We were sitting at the dinner table, my parents and I, my family and I, and as I thought more and more about, the weight of what's really happening in this country and how, Black people, how they've been oppressed, by how they've been suppressed or oppressed, and they haven't been supported. I think of all the laws, and this country is literally built upon, Black bodies built this country. The indigenous lives built this country. And I'm just thinking that it's just unfair. I just became so infuriated as we talked more and more. I started crying at my dinner table. I just became so frustrated. I felt so powerless, and how so many people had been taken advantage of and used to, sort of get us to the place that we are now. And thinking about laws, I was thinking about the Bill of Rights, and none of these laws were created to support people that look like me. They weren't built to support people that look like me. And these systems have failed Black and brown communities and communities of color for so long. And I think I was just so fed up. I'm just so fed up, and there has to be something I can do. That's why I think this peaceful protest is a start for me, starting to find my voice and my platform as to what I can do.
Okay, what are you all hoping to get from this peaceful protest on Sunday?
I think definitely it's a way to unite people from different backgrounds, to really show that this is an issue that needs to be heard. I think that's the other thing. I think for recognition also, recognition, so people really hear that we're here, that we're serious, that we demand and we want change. And again, I'm speaking from my own experience. It's not from the words of anybody else, but I think that this peaceful protest, a purpose it can serve is to bring recognition to how serious this issue is, and how we want change, we're serious about change, and how work needs to be done to get us there.
Mm, mm. And I know you have a brother. You have a young brother, and I've met your dad. He's a great man. Your mom is fabulous. I've met your sister. What do you think of? I mean, you're this young Black woman who's about to go out there into the world very soon. Um, how do you intend to approach these issues? Because going into college and then you're going to be doing internships and jobs. I mean, you're going to face the Amy Cooper, Karen, Central
Right.
Park Karen. Uh,
Right.
you will face these people. You will face a Derek Chauvin. When you're driving. I mean, it's a reality of being a Black person in America. You will come across um, one of these types of people uh, in your lifetime. So, what tools will you use to handle them?
I think I think what I have to be conscious of is that, I can't control what other people do. I can't control how they react to me or what they say to me, but I can control how I react to it. And it's really important that I know my values, that I value, authenticity and kindness.
Mm.
And even if I'm being treated unfairly, that the way that I respond, it will be, active. I will actively respond, but also to be kind. I don't know. I feel like it's difficult. It's easy to say now, but if it in when it actually happens, it would be more difficult to do so. I think what definitely I want to practice kindness in response to hatred and disrespect. I think is something that's really important, and definitely the tools to I definitely advocacy. I think speaking up for myself, making sure that my voice is known, that if I feel that I've been treated poorly, treated, without respect, that I'm advocating for myself and I'm making that point known.
Mm, mm. See, the girl is bad. The girl is bad. You getting ready. You getting ready. Have you ever experienced any form of racism, bigotry, prejudice, discrimination?
Yeah, I think I've experienced, I think as I've gotten older, I've realized just the little things, like the little microaggressions, the little things that people say to me, while they might not seem like a big deal in the moment, after a while, it starts to really bother you. There's a video that I watched about microaggressions, how they're like flies or like mosquitoes that like they're annoying and they like they get at you, but you realize that once you get bitten by so many mosquitoes that it starts to become very painful. So it's just being conscious of it's the little things I think that have added up at this point. How I've been told, that I speak, that people are surprised at how eloquently I speak, or just the little things like that that have really impacted me.
Mm, mm. So, what will be your role this Sunday for this peaceful protest or awareness? Yeah, of this awareness on Sunday.
Yeah. So I think my position in it will be first as a volunteer, making sure that the word is spread about this event, and then also just as a person who's present there, as a person who's there for the cause, who wants to advocate alongside people, of course, while social distancing. We have to make sure that we prioritize each other's safety first, but then make sure that we're advocating for the safety of others in our country, the safety of Black lives in our country.
Let the people know how you all intend to exercise the physical distancing for this protest.
Yeah, so I'm not completely sure of the correct parameters, but again, as of right now, I think the 6 feet is implemented everywhere to just keep your distance of 6 feet. And I believe it's on the intersection of Church and Ridge, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is by the YWCA, I think. Is that correct? Church and Dodge,
Uh,
right? YWCA.
And Church and Dodge, or Church
Or
and
I'm sorry, Church and Ridge. So
Church and Ridge is, yes.
by the YWCA.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine that it would be, people would be very far from each other, everyone covered with masks, gloves, face guards of some kind. That's what I'm imagining. It would be everyone distanced from each other with the face gear.
Okay, will there be speakers there?
I believe there will be speakers. I'm not completely sure, but I believe based on the Google form that was asking if people had access to microphones and megaphones, that either someone will say something or there will be some type of chant. That's what I'm imagining to be. I'm not completely sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much, Sarah. I had just completed an interview with Reverend Dr. Michael Neighbors, and we were talking about protesting and if we felt peaceful protesting, you know, if it's been effective over the years. What are your thoughts in your studies of Black history and things that Black people have gone through over the years? And because we are actually peaceful people, we're very forgiving. We're forgiving beyond no other. Forgiving, we're peaceful, we try our best to do things by the book, but then every once in a while we do have our uprising where, you know, like you said, the mosquito keeps, you know, you keep poking the bear's gonna wake up, and next thing you know, your city's on fire. And then you're wondering, how could they do that? Well, you know, you keep poking the bear, that's what happens. What do you think, from your perspective, that the Black community can do on top of the peaceful protesting to really bring about a change? Because it seems like the racism has just gotten smarter in how they move and how they operate. So, you know, they're not walking around with the white sheets anymore. Now they are the Amy Coopers, you know, working hedge fund companies. They are the Derek Chavins wearing a police uniform. You know, they're Donald Trump wearing, you know, the title of President of the United States.
Right,
You know, so.
right. I think for so long, it's always been so easy for people to weaponize Blackness, and that as a community, I think to know within ourselves that we will not be weaponized. We are not weapons. We are people trying to, you know, live our lives and just demand to be respected. I feel like our presence should be respected in a way that it's not being respected in this country. That's the truth. That's my truth, at least. And I think, sorry, repeat your question. I want to make sure I'm staying on the right track.
What do you think we can do? We've done the peaceful protesting. The racism has gotten smarter in how they deal. They've gotten more underground, more subversive in how they deal. So it's become very pernicious in that they're not just wearing the white sheets anymore.
Right.
They are wearing business suits, police uniforms. You know, they come in all sorts of forms. They've infiltrated so many different industries. So with the peaceful protesting that Black people have done for ages, because we are a peaceful people, we are forgiving people, we are people who want to do things by the book as best we can. What do you think we can do on top of the peaceful protesting to bring about a change?
Honestly, I think that Black people are doing everything they can. They're protesting, they're making their voices known on social media, they're speaking their truths, they are, you know, reaching out to representatives and government officials. I think that we're doing everything right. I think it's also, you know, encouraging others to and again, like I can't force someone to care or force someone to look into certain subjects, but I think just encouraging people to look into our humanity and just think of how people are being hurt in this country that look like me, even if you don't look like me, that people are being hurt. And I think it's becoming the responsibility of other people to, educate themselves and become aware of what's happening around them. There's nowhere to hide anymore. Even in the Evanston community, we can't be sheltered from this. The same things that are happening all over the country are happening right in our own community. There are injustices and inequities in our own community, and I think being cognizant of that, and then having others be cognizant of that, can really help start some change.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Sarah. Well, I look forward to seeing the coverage Sunday of Evanston, doing their peaceful protests, the young crowd doing their peaceful protests for George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery. And I mean, the list goes on. I'm sure you all are going to read off all their names. You're going to have signs. I mean, it's just so many. But Evanston for Black Lives. So I can't wait to see the coverage on that. And congratulations to you, young lady, surviving this COVID quarantine and graduating ETHS, and now moving on your studies, your passion for journalism. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes. Keep us posted, and looking forward to Sunday.
Yeah, me too.
All right, lady, you have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, this has been Malika, Evanston Live TV, and that was Sarah Parisien. Many of you know her. She's done work for Evanston Live TV, giving us, the perspective from the ETHS student. Well, now she's graduated, and she'll be moving on to study journalism, and she's just an awesome young woman, but I definitely wanted to get the perspective from the young people about what is going on. I know for people my generation and older, we've seen so many of these stories to the point we don't even have a word to describe how we feel about it, other than visions of rage and fire. Yeah, but as we do these peaceful protests, I know many people are putting their heads together to come up with other ways to show an uprising that's effective and doesn't hurt our own community at the same time. So my hat's off to the young people putting this together, just to be seen and heard, and looking forward to seeing what else they come up with for the state that our country is in and has been in for quite some time. So it's always interesting to see what the next generations will come up with to battle racism. It's going to be interesting. So you all stay tuned. Sunday, I believe their peaceful protest is starting at Church and Ridge. And I believe it's at 1:00, but you all stay tuned for those details. And I'm sure check social media for more information. I did post the flyer on the Evanston Live TV page, so you can get the details there. And, let's see what else is in the works. Let's see what the young people are going to bring to fight racism. God, when will it end? All right, this is Malika, Evanston Live TV. You all please be safe out there, please.